So hi, I'm Noel from Learn Fast Life, and this is a short video to show you how you can use our system to record your class on using your smartphone and upload it to our system. So let's just jump straight in without further ado. So here we have a smartphone, and we're just going to go to the smartphone basic recorder app. As you can see here, that's what we're going to be using, and just going to open that up here. And you will have just finished recording the audio of your class, of your lesson. I'm going to use a pre-recorded audio, of course, for demo purposes. I'm going to find a shorter one here, and this is it. So I'm just going to press the share button and then share audio or transcript. I'm going to choose audio, and then when I press share with audio, then I get a range of options. This is what you'll see as well. And we will choose the Learn Fast Life app that we've already installed, and you just press upload, easy as anything, and it uploads to our system, and then you just sit back and relax. Now that's all you have to do. The system will take 5 to 10 minutes to create a transcript, a summary, word list, and a quiz from that, but it's pretty fast. So we're going to jump right now over to our desktop and see where we are. So you can see that what happens is when you upload your audio lesson, it's sent into our AI system, and 3 things happen to it. The first is it gets transcribed. It transcribes the lesson, and then the second thing that it does is it creates an intelligent summary of the transcription. So it'll give you a short summary of what was discussed in the lessons, all about it, and then it will give you a rundown of, for example, grammar points that were discussed in the lesson with a short explanation of them, and then we'll also give you a word list of new words from the lesson together with the, in this case, German translation. For all of this, it's not necessary that in the lesson you make a great show of pointing out for the AI that you're now discussing a particular grammar point. It's also not necessary to dramatically point out that this is a new word. It'll pick all of that up by itself quite well. Now this is what we just sent through the AI system. I haven't had a look at that. We'll look at that in a second, but I'm going to show you this one here, which is from a class that I recently did. So it wasn't a very long class. It was with one person called Toby, and this is what we got from this lesson. So in the lesson, we discussed like password manager a little bit, as you can see, and student level. It says the student level is B1 to B2. So this is what we discussed in the lesson. It also gave us the new vocabulary. So open source als Quell offen Software, databases Datenbank, tow truck as Abwagen, and so on. And then it'll give us the grammar points that we discussed. So we use past simple versus past continuous. We use past continuous for longer actions in the past, and so on. So that was something that came up in the lesson, and the AI managed to hear that and decided to point that out to us. Present perfect versus past simple, consistency and tense usage, and some explanations about that. So this is all drawn directly from the lesson without us having to do anything at all, apart from that one-click button. And what's my favorite thing is that it also, at the end, creates a quiz based exactly on the lesson that we've just taken. So I'm going to click that, and you can see that here we have the quiz, password manager and grammar quiz. And in here, the student would then go here and do this, and the student's name is George, let's say. And then you have 20 questions, which are all based exactly on the lesson you just had, which I think for me is quite amazing that you can have. It creates then homework that is based exactly on the lesson that you had. Not only that, but it also means it's possible now for the teacher not to have to keep thinking about making notes about new things that were discussed and so on. And also, I know as a teacher myself that it's impossible to notice every mistake that is made and write that down, whereas the AI picks up everything. You don't have to do anything in the lesson. You can just teach, not worry about anything else, let the AI take care of the homework. Anyway, as I say, so then we'll do the quiz. I'm just going to click in anything here. So you put in the quiz, then it's going to give you some immediate feedback here, because I decided that was the most useful for people. Instead of doing it at the end, you can see that's incorrect, free and open source. So this is just kind of as you can see, the things about what we're discussing. What does encrypted mean in German? Let's do that. Can you see this? So we have it incorrect. So I'm just going to run through these quickly. So now we get to the tenses. While I was inspecting the machine, German translation of backup, completed actions of a specific past time, and what does remote access mean? As you can see, if I hit the wrong button, then you get immediate feedback. And I mean, you can simply go through and then click the one click until you get the right one. But for me, it's not about like doing a test exactly. It's for people to help people to see whether it's like a learning tool. So there we go. I'm just going to click these as quickly as I can. Okay, and at the end, let's just pretend that I've done all of those. So at the end, before you can submit the quiz results, and that will send through the quiz results to, at the moment it just sends it to a Google Sheet, which obviously you as a teacher will have access to, but ultimately we can send it to whatever we think is useful and process it in whatever way we decide is most useful for us. But so before I submit the quiz results, I have to check my score. That shoots you up to the top, 11 out of 20, and then we can submit the quiz results. And it says quiz submitted successfully, your score is 11 out of 20, and I can see then that this is where I'm saving them for myself, and you can see that this is the lesson, the quiz that was just taken. Now obviously everyone gets pretty much 20 out of 20, but that's not really so relevant for me, but it's, in this case, for example, I mean, there's a lot of different things we could do with it, and we can improve that over time. But what's important for me is that here I can see that the student, George, took the quiz and he actually made an effort, so he would have got probably 20 out of 20 if he'd made an effort. And then I know that we've just covered that and we can move on. So yeah, that's the main core concept of Learn Fast Life. Thanks for staying with me, and I'll see you in the next video.